Good morning, everyone. This is Financial Literacy 101, and I have a newbie for you guys. You probably haven't heard about Rackspace, but Rackspace is another multi-cloud company that I've been telling you guys. It's all in the cloud. It's all in the cloud. That is where everything is going. Everything is in the cloud. If you're saving anything, whether it be on your desktop, on an external hard drive, on your Google Drive, on your Apple Drive, or Apple Cloud, or iCloud, or it doesn't matter what source. You have Dropbox. There's a lot of cloud space companies out there. They're all dealing in technology, and they're all doing things in the cloud. That is the future. We are now living in the future. I know it's kind of cliche because we're living in the present, but every second is the future. So hopefully you understand that. And here's the thing about investments. Either you are investing for today or you are investing short-term or long-term, but you are investing in the future essentially. And that is what we actually need to understand. We have to understand that future investment can bring future large returns, future long returns. So it's imperative that we do those things, okay? Good morning, Charles Green. Good morning, good sir. And good morning, Nolan Baptiste. Thank you, kind sir. Thank you. Now, before I really get into the video, and I'm not going to take it a long time, but there's a new channel that came of age. Because I like to promote other Black media channels, other channels that give us great information, okay? Because this is financial channel, okay? This is financial channel. So I don't want to bog down and filter out any of the financial stuff with other sorts of information and rhetoric and media and very biased opinions information. So I want to take you guys over to this new site that I absolutely love. So I talk about Tariq Nasheed. He has a great channel with Tariq Radio. You have Dr. Boyce Watkins. That's another great source of information. You have Philip Scott, who also has the African Diaspora channel. And you also have Jason's Black channel, which is the Black Authority. Now, this channel over here is coming up on the rise right here, ladies and gentlemen. It's called the Black Post. Now, granted, they only have one video out, but the one video is astounding. And I believe I saw something where they're going to come on tonight and do a live session again and put out another video. But we need to support these small Black channels that has given us great information, great insight from a different perspective. But they're all part of that B1 family, that Black First family. And granted, you don't have to be Black to go watch a video. You can be any color and you can understand the basics, because there's a lot of people nowadays, whether it be white people, Asian people, Hispanic people, who are really trying to find out more and more about Black people and the struggle that we go through. Because essentially, white people don't really talk about the struggle. Some of them know, some of them don't know. But nonetheless, go check out the Black Post. This is a symbol right here. It looks like a black fist and two envelopes, two mail envelopes, one white and one black. I guess they're sending a message. That's what I'm getting, okay? That's what I'm getting. But they got, again, one video. Just go over there and subscribe and support that channel. And guess what? If you don't like the content, unsubscribe. But for now, at least subscribe and hit the notification bell. You see those two little things here? Every time they release a video or go live, you will be notified. So I just want to kind of get that out because I love supporting channels that's giving out great information and great source of media. Okay, let's get on it. Rackspace. Let me blow this up. Rackspace Technology. Now, of course, they're down because I'm doing a video. You know how that goes, guys. All right. So they're 5 years. Not even there. Not even a month old. September 5th is when they'll be a month old. But I wish I would have jumped on this sooner. Rackspace Technology. And as you can tell, it says new on Robinhood. That's their only collection. But of course, sometimes Robinhood is slow to the punch because this deals in cloud, technology, businesses, services, etc. Right? So August 5th. Now, granted, when it came out on August 5th, this stock per share was $16.85. But today, this stock is worth $20.85. So essentially, for every stock you would have bought, every stock you would have invested in and traded, you would have gained about $4 on your return. That's pretty good in less than a month. Now, granted, they're almost a point down, but it's only at 15 cents when we're talking about dollar amount. When we're talking about dollar amount, it's only 15 cents, okay? All right. here we go. What is it all about? What is it all about? Let's read about Rackspace Technologies. It engages in the provision of end-to-end multi-cloud technology service. Again, multi-cloud. Any companies that are coming out and filling a niche space of cloud space is very important and pertinent to look at this company and give it a longer look, give it a gander, give it some really educational investment thought about, let me look more into this to see if this is a good investment, because it probably is, because it's filling some sort of space. Now it says the firm designs, builds, and operates its customers' cloud environments across technology platforms. It operates through the following segments: multi-cloud services, apps, and cross-platforms. So again, it's kind of less like I have to revert all my information back to Google Drive because I'm heavily in Google Drive, meaning I have a lot of things stored on my Google Drive. And what I love about that is if I am on the go, let me tell you, ladies and gentlemen, let me tell you the importance. And I have to just come to my phone for this one right here, because it's important that you understand the technology that you may be investing in, okay? So this is my Google Drive. It's a lot of folders, okay, of different information. So I said on this one, I named this folder bike, okay? Because I have some bike apparatuses. I wanted to save some information about a bike, but that's on my cloud, so I won't forget. So if you're out and about and you're trying to like, man, what's the name of my bike? Or what's the device on my bike? Or what type of Attitude? You can save all that information on the cloud. Okay, here's some books that I actually have on PDF file. I have Choice Theory. I have The Alchemist, It Takes a Village, and The 48 Laws of Power, one of my favorite. Of course, some audio books I have, you know, The Art of War by Sun Tzu and all those things. Then certain expensive electronics that I have that also in my cloud. Like I have my speaker systems. I have pictures of it with the serial numbers on it, etc. I also have my guns. I also have, and I'm just going to show you one of them. I'm not, you know, trying to put my serial number out there for guys. Let me make sure this don't have a serial number on. Let me check real quick. All right. Okay. So on my cloud, I also have a picture of my gun. And then the other side of my gun, I have my serial number. I want a record of everything. Okay. I want a record of everything. And that is the great thing about having cloud space. Because if a lot of you have an iPhone, you have iCloud. If you're a Pixel or Android user, most people tend to do Google products because that's what it's supported by. Because we understand that Google owns Android. But of course, when we think of Android, we think of Google because they're synonymous. But nonetheless, cloud space, okay? It says that the company was founded on July 21, 2006. So this is a very, very young company. And it's headquartered in San Antonio, Texas. Now, this is different because we understand that most tech spaces are out of California and also Washington, okay? But the tech space is growing outside of California. They're finding more real estate that's a lot cheaper to operate. And guess what? When you deal outside of that market, take, for instance, a technical engineer in California makes $180,000 to $200,000. That same tech engineer in San Antonio, Texas probably makes $120,000. But because the cost of living is like he makes $200,000. Because Texas is a little bit cheaper. I'm going to say a little bit cheaper. Texas is a lot cheaper to actually operate and live in than it would have been in California. Okay, because here's another thing. Since I'm in Texas, I have a little more insight. There's a lot of people from California moving to Texas. They have made all their money. They saved all their money. They sold their home because the home that I'm living in now, this home in California, whether it be San Diego or LA in a good part, will cost well over $1 million. But here in Texas, it's under $500,000. So that is kind of, you know, the cost of living, whether it be food is cheaper, cost of living is cheaper, electricity is cheaper, is less congested. So they're looking for a large influx of people moving to moving to Texas. So I am not surprised that I'm going to start to see pop-up tech companies in different parts of Texas. Just to give you a little more context and information on that. The CEO is Kevin M. Jones. The founder is it was founded in 2016, as we said. And the market cap and average volume is pretty low because it's a new company once again. We already know about the collections. Look at the ratings. Look at the analyst ratings. 100% buy. Don't hold it. Don't sell it. They are expecting for this company to do very, very well. Okay. So a company like this, my opinion would be, why not buy a few options? Why not? Why not buy a couple of shares? Now, for me, I sold some options today. I believe that the market today is finicky, is on kind of like a drawback day or correction day. It does that every now and again. So even, let me see where my portfolio is. It's probably down. Look at this. My portfolio is absolutely and positively down. You see, this is what happens sometimes, that some investors get weary about their portfolio. You know what I do when I see this happens? This is what I do. Wade in the water, church. That's all I do. I just chill. I don't do nothing. You ain't gonna rock my boat, Robinhood. You ain't gonna rock my boat, stock market. You're not gonna do it. You're not gonna rock my boat, because again, I love one of the statements that Warren Buffett made. It's a parable, essentially. The transfer of wealth is from the impatient to the patient. Meaning that people who are like, oh, I'm losing money, let me sell. And then it occurred to me just the other day where I sold 237 shares of NEO. Let me show you this. Now, and I made a great profit, because a lot of people ask me this: when do I ever take my money out of the stock market? And look what Robinhood is doing. This is my life, guys. This is my life. Come on, Robinhood. Come on in here. This is my life. But anyway, let's move on. But as I was saying before, a lot of people ask me, they said, how do you make money in investing? I said, well, you invest in stocks. And then when the share price of that stock goes up, you have appreciated in value. And whenever you cash out of that stock at a higher amount than what you paid for, that's when you make money. But I thought about it and what that person actually said. And this is one thing I should have been saying for a very, very long time, but you can blame it on me. Buy low, sell high. Buy low, sell high. Now, the reason why I said I was premature in my sale in NEO is because I sold NEO around 730, and then I went back with $2,000 and I only can buy 114 shares of NEO. The smart play is when NEO peaked, right? Because we know it's at 20 something dollars now, but when NEO peaked at 18 something, I should have sold it. Then when it dropped back down to 17, I should have bought it again. I should have bought more shares. You understand what I'm saying? Because now it's back up at 20. Now, granted, what I do is, anybody have any of those Italian icings when you were small, those Italian icings where you got that little plastic cup, and it's not like the, what you call it? Not like the Freezies, not like Kool-Aid on ice. No. The Italian icings where you scrape it. That's how you kind of do your investments. That's how you have to do your investments, meaning that you see a large profit, but when on a dip, you sell some, okay, before you lose that profit, and then you take some of that money, you put it in your bank account. You take some of that money and you put it in your bank account, but on that small dip, what I was trying to do is shave some off the top, okay, then go back in and buy 240 shares, but I didn't make a profit because the amount of money that I invested in NEO, I actually made over $2,000 on NEO. So what I should have done is like, okay, did the math, boom. Okay, if I put $1,500 in my bank account, I still have enough money to go back in and buy either equal amount of shares at 237 or 240 shares of NEO. But now, granted, I took that 4,000 because I took a hit. So I said, well, I can't put any in my bank account right now because I took a hit. So I reinvested that money, and I was waiting for Robinhood to come back up. Oh, and there it is. So let's look at Robinhood really quickly, guys. So this is what I mean. Now, granted, they're down 3.43%. They was up at 20. That's what they were. They were up at 20. Okay, but this is what I'm talking about. So my profit right now is $117 total return, but I'm down almost $80 for today's return because it's down 3.43%. Now, I came in the deal, like I told you, I invested at $2,000 because of the hit I took when I sold, but I still made a profit. Now, granted, if some of you saw my portfolio earlier throughout the month, I was at 40% of my portfolio with NEO. Now I'm at 20. Now let's go see if they have my history on here. I love showing the history. Now look at this. 237 shares. I sold all of them at 4,100. Okay, 4,100. Okay. So, and then it says I went in here and I bought 114 shares. The math is not adding up. That's what you're saying. I know, because that was bad for me. That was actually bad for me. Had to pay regulatory fees at 13 cents. These people right here, I tell you. But anyway, this is what I'm talking about. Buy low, sell high. Now, granted, there's a lot of information sources that can kind of tick you, or just regular news or stock news, because I always have the TV on with the ticker in the background, because I'm always kind of watching the market throughout the day. There's also apps that you guys can get into. I might do a video about that, but let's move right along. I don't want to stay here too long, guys. All right, so again, this is Rackspace Technology, a multi-cloud organization. Now, they opened up at $21.18. Their day range, they went up to $21.55. Their 52-week range, which is, I don't even know why they have that. It's more like a month range. But again, they went down all the way down to $15.25, all the way up to $22.75. They're a company that's slightly operating out of debt with an EPS of 0.96 negative, okay, 0.96 negative. All right, I was looking at all this information here, and the only really thing I want to get at is this right here. Let's see here. This was the one. This was the one. I kind of want to read a little bit of this information for you guys, and then we can get into a discussion about it. Rackspace Technologies shares ticker higher in the extended session Monday after an initial decline as a cloud technology services company reported its first earnings since its initial public offering. Rackspace shares, which have been down as much as 7% after hours, were last up to 2% in the extended session. That followed at a 10.5% gain in the regular session to close at $21.35 after at least 3 analysts issued buy ratings on Monday. So everybody is saying buy, buy, buy. Now, the key thing to this, and I did a video on this, and you guys can go check it out. You have to look at for my channel, is the price earning ratio. The price earning ratio is going to help you to figure out if a stock is overbought, okay, oversold, overvalued, or undervalued, okay? We always want to invest mostly in stocks that are undervalued, okay? That means that the market has not awakened. It did not wake up to the value of this particular organization. So that is the whole term of buy low, okay? Buy low, because right now it's undervalued. And when they actually start to compute, when they actually start to depict and understand the value of a company, that is when that stock starts to raise up, up, and up, kind of like NEO. Remember when NEO was $3? That is how I made all that money, because I did the price earning ratio. Now, a lot of you are looking for stocks to buy in. Maybe Rackspace is above or below your price point. You're like, hey, I really like stocks that are 25 and under, or I really like stocks that are 25 and over. It just depends on what type of investor you are. But you need to understand one thing. You need to understand what type of investor and trader you are. Now, a trader trades, an investor invests. I believe that investors invest in companies, and they pretty much hold it anywhere from short term, long term to life term. Now, traders, they're mostly kind of like I'm trading today. I'm a day trader. You never heard of the term day investor? You won't hear that because investing, when it comes to defining something, they invest and it's usually for a period of time. So you can be a short-term investor, meaning you hold a stock or an accumulate of shares of a stock for a month, 2 months, 3 months, and you're just waiting for the bubble to pop, and then you sell and you make that profit. You kind of shave that ice off, put something in your bank account. Because a lot of times when people talk about investing and trading, what are they talking about? What are they talking about? You're like, well, how do I make money if all my money is in the stock market? No. You don't do that. You don't put all of your money in the stock market. You got to make some money. Like things in my home, I bought with investment money. Now, if anybody would go back, and of course, no one's going to do this because there's just way too many damn videos. But if you go back through all my videos, you will see my account fluctuating where at one point I had 13,000. Then I had 9,000. Then I have 10,000. Now, some of that is me losing value in my portfolio. But some of that was me taking 1,000 or 2,000 to get work done in the house, buy furniture, buy this, that, and the other. Because that's how you're making money. And I haven't invested any other money inside of it. Because I go in, I buy low, and I sell high. That is what we need to understand about investments. And it's really, and some people are like, well, how can you break that down to me? It's simple. I can't explain it any better than that. Okay. All right, who do we have in the chat room today? I gave a shout out to Charles Green and Nolan Baptiste. Thank you, Nolan Baptiste. You are working hard, my kind sir. I thank you. I cannot thank you enough. Mach Peoples in the room. Good morning, good sir. We got, I'm just going to call you Rob Dingo. I think that's how you pronounce that. He says, thank you for all the good stuff. Well, thank you, sir, for attending today's session. And we have Clan Killer. Good morning, good sir. He says, Ross, what do you think about GoGo stock? Well, I'm from Washington, D.C. originally, and we have GoGo music. I mean, okay, never mind. All right, let's look into it really quickly. I have a couple of more minutes on here. Why not? Okay, Robinhood. Let me just go over to Market Watch. I don't know what's going on with Robinhood. You build a platform and you... See, I see that GoGo is up. Is that 1%? GoGo is up. No, GoGo is up almost 15%. Okay. But I really want to know what this stock is about. I like to know what stocks are about. Let's get into it. Let's see if our friends at Robinhood do anything for us. They're a company that's highly operating out of a lot of debt. Not a lot of debt, but a good amount of debt when I'm looking at their EPS. Wow, their 52-week range, they have been exploding. They have been absolutely exploding, okay? So let me see if I can pop this up for you guys. There we go. Let's look at this. Let's take a look at this. GoGo, 5 years. Okay, they're not giving us any information. These are the problems I'm having with, okay, today. Today, they're up almost 15%. So this must be a really new company. Let me see when they were founded. Give me a second. 1991. They probably just became public. Why does Robinhood? There it is. You see the troubles I'm having, guys. My apologies, but I can't really apologize for Robinhood. But anyway, over the last 5 years, they have been down 46%. The past year, they've been up 108%. Okay, what a turnaround. The past 3 months, they've been up 262%. The past 1 month, roughly 182%. The past week, 63%. And today, they're up 13%. What is going on? Wow. Let's just read a little bit about this. Engaging the provision of in-flight broadband connectivity and wireless entertainment services. Why don't I see 5G around here? It says the CANA segment offers a broad range of connectivity and entertainment services to commercial airline fly routes. It says the CARO segment covers satellite-based connectivity and entertainment service to foreign-based commercial airlines and North American-based commercial airlines when flying routes outside of North America. It says compromises of a broad suite of in-flight internet connectivity and other voice and data communication products and service under its GoGo. Oh, I know what. Okay, I know this company. I think it was Bongo, but it was definitely GoGo. Where I was with T-Mobile, and when you was with T-Mobile, they kind of filtered through your internet through GoGo. So this is a company that's been in operations for a long term. So I'm thinking that they're doing great things because I've used this service plenty. I used to, before COVID, I was flying all over the place. And this kind of gave me internet and also in-flight service. When you go to GoGo, you go in through that mobile app on your phone. They tell you that you can watch movies for free. This is a company that has all those contracts for entertainment and internet. Here's the thing. I love the fact that they say in-flight broadband connectivity and wireless entertainment services. So they're in a couple of industries. Let me see if Robinhood got this right. With the let's see with the collections. Wireless, correct. Internet, correct. Broadband, technology, entertainment, software service, satellites, and airlines. Correct. Robinhood got it right on this one. They're in all of these segments. Now, granted, I'm thinking they probably plan a role in 5G as well, because guess what, ladies and gentlemen? You're flying at 32,000 feet. How are you getting internet? From satellites, not from the ground up, but from the sky down. Now, it works okay. And they have a tiered system within that application, which you will on your tablet, your laptop, or your cell phone. They're like, hey, do you want snail speed? Really, really slow. Do you want rabbit speed? Which is okay. These are not the names. I'm just kind of giving you a fun context so you can understand what I'm getting at. Or do you want like Roadrunner speed? Okay, which you're going to pay the most for, like $20. And some of you are like, oh, well, $20 is not a lot if I'm on an international flight. But this is how they get you. Now, you can pay $10 for the entire flight, but it's going to be so slow. Like you're going to be trying to do something on your phone, your laptop, or your tablet. It's going to be very, very difficult. And as the packages go up, a lot of times what happens is, you can get the fastest speed known to man for $20 for every 2 hours. But you want a 12-hour flight going overseas. That's more than your bill 3 times the amount. So we really need to understand these things, okay? We really need to understand these things. Now it says why GoGo stock is trading higher today. Let's get into it. Why not? Well, here, let's get into it. It says here shares are trading higher on Tuesday after it was announced. It says Intelsat is acquiring the commercial aviation business of GoGo for $400 million. GoGo is an in-flight. We already talked about that. But basically, they're being acquired. Now, I thought I had some money in my account because I sold some options. And once again, you see me here live every morning having issues with Robinhood. And there it is again, ladies and gentlemen. But nonetheless, I try to sell some options that I was in profit, but they were really, really declining. And again, when we're talking about option trading, you have to be very cognizant when your options expire, because it always seems to be where you get closer to your expiration date of that option that they start having those pullback dates, those market correction dates that really, really hurts your options. So you got to get rid of them and make that profit. So I'm going to go over to my messaging. Okay, it says, they said they received my order. It says, we received your order to sell to close one contract or plug, a minimum of 4.3 per share. Okay. If this order isn't filled by the end of the market hours today, I mean, that's what you guys need to do. You need to sell it. How about that? Then Afira, let's read about that one. Same thing. Okay, same thing. They better give me my money, man. Give me my check. That's what I'm talking about. Give me my money. They be waiting all day. But see, there's a lot of things I don't go over because it's really mundane. They're waiting to a certain price point to actually sell those options, okay? So I can make profit on those. So everything is timing in the market. Nobody wants to take a huge hit except the investor, okay? Who has more volatility in their portfolio, who has more risk? a trader, because a trader is always trading. Me, I like to more so invest, whether it be in a small margin, meaning I've done things one day and so did the next day, but most times I'm kind of that 1 to 3 months, and then on some of them I just hold. Let me look at my portfolio really quickly, kind of give you an idea of what I'm talking about. When I'm thinking about trading, I'm looking at long-term options, short-term options, very risky options, okay? Now, when it comes to NEO, I'm probably going to be with NEO for a while unless their vehicles just start blowing up. When we're talking about AMD, I'm going to hold that for the long haul. What else? Amazon, I'm going to be there with the long haul because I think Amazon, I told you this before, that within a year, I believe they're going to split their stock. They're getting too big, too fast. There's a lot of things going on, and a lot of people can no longer invest in Robinhood. Well, the flip side of that is you still can invest in in Amazon, but in fractions. And some of you want whole shares, okay? You want multiple shares. So again, Apple, when Apple did their 4-to-1 split, I bought shares of Apple. Where I'm at in Apple, okay, I'm only at 2.71%. But again, they just did this split this week, okay, officially on Monday. So I'm not even looking at these return again. Be patient, guys. Be patient. All right, I'm going to see if I have any notes. I'm going to make sure I read your comments. Let's see here. Nolan Baptiste. Thank you, kind sir. I appreciate that once again. We also have Patrice Dominique. We have Patrice Dominique in the room. He says, what do you think about investing ETFs? Now, if anybody knows me, I don't know if you're new to my channel, Patrice, but I've always encouraged people, especially novice investors, to get inside of exchange traded funds, that's ETFs, because they're really safe. They're really, really safe, okay? Do your research, but they're really, really safe because ETFs and index funds, over the course since their induction to the stock market, has been returning at least 7% or more, okay? 7% or more. So they're very, very profitable. They're very, very safe. Now, when I say they're very profitable, because we understand over the course of time, we have a very powerful force in the investment in the stock market called compounded interest. So with that being said, you can leave your money in ETFs and just forget it. Now, some ETF have expired, and your brokerage company will actually give you notices, say, hey, this ETF is expiring, but usually ETFs stay around for a long time, most likely 5 to 10 years. But nonetheless, to answer your question, quite frankly, I think they're really, really good, safe investments. Now, some of the ones I like are on Stash, is because how they put them together. But once again, Stash is a paid for platform, but they have these cool names that I can actually remember. One like Blue Chips and American Innovators and Robotics, okay? Those are ETFs that will be taking off here in the next couple of years. So if I were you, I would go over to Stash Invest, and look at the ticker for those particular ETFs, and then go on a free commission platform like Robinhood, Webull, M1 Finance, okay? And if you don't have an investment account with any of these platforms, Patrice, right in the description below this video, I have links for you to sign up. And those particular ones, especially Webull and Robinhood, will give you a free stock, okay? Hopefully I answered your question. And once again, I want to go over for the viewers who have not seen this, okay? I want to show you one more thing. Guys, if you want another channel, if you want more information, I advise you guys to go over and subscribe to the Black Post. That is the Black Post. Now, the reason why I'm giving you, to make sure you see the black fist with the 2 envelopes, because there's another channel out there called the Black Post, which is not a black media channel. This channel is very informational. And granted, they only have 1 video, but I encourage you guys to subscribe because a lot of great content is coming out this channel. Tonight, I heard they're coming out with another video, and it's about voting. That's the only thing that I know about it, okay? So I advise you guys to go over here and listen. You subscribe to the channel. You like the content, you stay. If you don't, you unsubscribe, you move on. But this is kind of in the space of the, B1 Brigade, the B1 Battalion. Black First, we're talking about black issues, black reparations, those particular things over at the Black Post channel. Those things are heavily related to Philip Scott, the African Diaspora Channel, the things he talks about, Tariq Nasheed, Tariq Radio, Jason Black with the Black Authority, and also Dr. Boyce Walking. So if you like some of those very invigorating figures and the information they give out, then you will absolutely love the Black Post, okay? Black Fist, Black Power, B1, that is what that's all about. So anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for joining me today. This is Financial Literacy 101. Learn money and be inspired. And guys, you can buy some t-shirts. Got to promote myself. I'm out.